Good morning, Coach Carrots here. This is going to be a Tech Tuesday of coffee. How to make a good cup of coffee. So I did my morning routine the other week and I got some comments about, hey, you make coffee. Why do you do that? So I'm going to go over how and why I do that today.
So it starts off with the basics. Kettle, coffee, filters, cup, and of course grind beans. So first thing, kettle is already turned on, it's already hot. I'm going to pour into the filter. That helps take the papery taste out of the paper filter, and it also helps get the mug nice and warm so the coffee stays nice. All that water just sitting in that mug getting nice and warm, so my coffee stays a little bit warmer for a bit longer. I'm going to grind my beans at a really nice Bodum burr grinder, so it's a perfect grind every time. I have it set just a little bit finer than the standard pour over. Turn it on. I have it set so I know it's going to make exactly the right amount for my 1 cup. And done. Take that out. Turn the scale on. Just to double check. So it is actually a little bit under, so I need a bit more. So I'm going to go into here. Perfect. I'm looking for about 23 grams. It's a good medium to strong cup of coffee from a 1 single pour over.
And now we get to the fun part. I'm going to dump out the water. Bring it back over the scale. And reset to 0.
Now we get to do the actual pour over. Sure, we're at 0. So I weigh the water to make sure I don't overfill my cup and the coffee goes everywhere. So I start my first pour right from the outside, really gentle pour, just enough to get all the grounds nice and soaked in. When that's about almost all the way filtered through the filter, I'm going to do my next pour. So that first pour is just over 100 grams. Most people will say it should be about 50. I find it's really hard to get enough, even that little amount of water in there. Now in this one, I'm going to start in the center and circle around the outside. And this can be a larger pour because the grounds have already bloomed. I'm at about 300 grams now, so I'll have 1 more pour left after this one. And again, once that water is filtered down, almost all the way down, there's still a little bit left in the grounds. I'm going to pour my last pour. So it's almost right at the bottom. I want to keep that water flowing. Good. So about 420 grams of water. This is actually exactly the same I did yesterday. So now I just wait for that last one to work through the filter. And again, I weigh the water for the right consistency for the amount of beans that I have. So it's a great taste. It's not too weak, not too strong. It's perfect. And as well, so I don't overfill my mug. I've done that a few times. It's hard to do with that pour over. You don't know exactly how much you're doing, how much room you got left in the mug. So a little less cleanup if I overspill. And that is how you make a fine cup of coffee. It's just about done, so I'll get that shot of the final. So it's all filtered out there, and a perfect cup of coffee.